When I was 13 years old, I secretly buy me my first ever smartphone out of my lucky money. You know, the lucky money is the money where I receive in Lunar New Year. And so I got my first phone. It was around 200 bucks and I couldn't even express my joy back in the moment. I opened it, I turned it on, and the first app that I installed was TikTok, right? It was everyone's favorite at the time because it it provides to people with a lot of joy, with a lot of dopamine. Because scrolling on, lots of videos feels really fun, and so I did the same thing as everyone else does. I install TikTok, I create an account, and then I start scrolling. Right? I even create, a few stolen TikTok that I repost and edit it, and so I get, some likes, and I was feel so addicted as a 13 years old kid. And so it keeps going on and on. Basically, when I woke up in the morning, I brush my teeth, I have breakfast, and then I would, snug up to my room and then scroll on TikTok until 5 p.m. in the morning, and then go down and having dinner, then go to sleep, and then the next day repeat, keep on repeating, right? I feel like I was being deprived of freedom, right? I didn't feel any motivation to even study or even to try to hang out with my friends because I was pretty much isolated at the time, right? Long story short, I don't want to tell here, but I was pretty lonely back then. So my only resort is to go back to my phone every time I feel sad, every time I feel bored, every time I'm about to give up. I did give up, and I scroll on my phone, right? It happened for so long until I was 16 years old. It was a cold winter day. I was sitting in my room playing some Roblox, and then I came across self improvement. Right, my eye was being opened for the first time in my life. Right, I started to quit video games, to quit porn, and then starting to getting into these habits of meditation and stuff. But I found out that everything I did was being so difficult because I could not concentrate on it. Because a part of that because I have ADHD, right? But a large sum of it is because I watched TikTok for way too long, for years and years on end. My attention span got cooked, got burned into dust, into charcoal or something. And so I came across some YouTube videos telling that TikToks are destroying your attention span, and maybe I heard that it's trying to take your data as well. So I have a lot of fear. So I decided to do what I'm afraid the most is to delete the other thing that I truly love. That is the only thing that helped me get through my lonely days. Right? It provides me with laughs. It provides me with memories, even though it's really insignificant. But to me, it's just a whole part of my teenage years. And but I made the decision after all, right? It was so hard for the first 6 months, bro. But after that, bro, I just went to the gym. I do meditation, I journal, I did all this stuff. I forgot about it, right? And fast forward till nowadays, after 4 years of quitting TikTok, my life have genuinely changed for the better. Everything I do now, like watching some podcast or watching educational video, feels way easier, right? My attention span is way larger. Like it's not a problem to me to finish like a 20 minutes video, bro. Like maybe an hour I would get distracted here and there because maybe probably because of like a little ADHD in my blood, or maybe my brain haven't completely recovered from the short attention span that I've created, that I've destroyed my brain. But by doing this, bro, I just feel much more relaxed, much more calm every time, bro. I removed so many negativity from TikTok out of my head, bro. Because you scrolling, you see a lot of stimulation, like intense and overstimulated videos that about maybe fights, maybe bad news, maybe someone passed away, or maybe there an argument between two people that you don't know at all, right? It all in your head. It makes your day feel worse. It makes you feel more negative, and that's is the most that is the biggest reason why I didn't feel happy like for all this time, bro. It's not about your attention span when you quit TikTok. It's all about your mental health, bro. Like those two are the most valuable, you know, return on investment that I've made when I decided to quit watching TikTok. And I've actually never touched YouTube Short or like even I watched a little bit of the Instagram Reels, but then I stopped eventually, right? When I I would say that there's two different lives you can have, bro. Your life right now, where you feel the instant gratification all the time, right? You go home and you just immediately turn on, open TikTok, and then just scroll and have fun. But I mean, it does have fun in the short term, right? But in the long term, bro, it will it will make your life a bit worse, bro, or even just generally worse. I'll say that to you, bro. Quit it before you can, bro. Like you will regret it. Because when you quit it, you move on to the second life, right? The life when there's no strong stimulation in your life. The only stimulation are the good habits, are the simple things that you do in life. It gives you enough happiness and the purest one, the purest form, not the cheap dopamine. Like when you go outside, you talk to people, and you're having like a sports session or just hanging out. It feels so much better than just sitting in your room and not having any interaction with anyone. Like just you and your piece of metal, bro. Like it have been like TikTok nowadays. If like I don't use it, bro, it might sound weird to a lot of people, bro. All of my friends, all of my mates, they post on Instagram, they post on TikTok, they have this, they have that, they share everything to their life, bro. And I mean, good for them, but that's just not my thing, bro. I've never wanted to share anything online, bro. I did remember like in a few months when I just came here, I started to share a lot on Instagram because I feel the validation. I feel like I'm being forced to post everything online, bro. But what I've realized is that it doesn't mean anything, bro. Sharing stuff online doesn't make you a better person though. It doesn't make you feel any cooler, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe some of you guys will look at others people's Instagram story and then be amazed and have attraction to them. But I don't care, bro. It doesn't feel natural to share everything online. Even though I'm doing it right now, like this is different, bro. I'm just telling my stories on here, bro. I'm just practicing how to talk like a normal human being. Well, that's pretty sad, but I'm trying my best. Whatever. Um, yeah. So please quit TikTok, bro. Like it's just gonna harm you in the long term, bro. It have been so normalized today. Like when people see that my phone doesn't have Instagram, doesn't have Facebook, doesn't have TikTok, bro, their face would be like this. What? Yo, Andy, where's your Facebook? Where's your Instagram? Where's your TikTok? And I was like, I don't, I uninstall everything, bro. I really did, but uh, yeah, it's just life, bro. Like it has been so normalized to the point that people will feel shocked when you don't have those app on your phone. But you know, you have to know what is best for you, bro. Like if you just follow the message all the time, you just feel like the more popular it is, the better it is, and it's always right. And that is just a really narrow way to think, in my opinion, bro. You have to actually double check the information that you see on online and questioning the things that in your life either it will benefit you in the long term or it will destroy you in the long term, right? That's the message that I want to share with you today, bro. And if you made it here, and then yes, you have really, really strong, powerful, thick, really strong attention span, bro. Forget what I just said previously. But yeah, thank you for watching.